What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. This is going to be the first video of the ICT silver bullet method and how to trade it, what it is, and diving a bit into it. This method is not a traditional retail trading strategy like support and resistance or anything like that. This dives a little deeper into the charts, but it once you learn this, it's almost as easy as 1, 2, 3. You will be able to see it without even marking up the charts. It's very simple, very effective, very has a very high win rate. It happens every single day, Monday through Friday. So let's start off by explaining what the silver bullet is and trade this method. So we start by trading on the S&P 500. So we are trading an index. We are not trading Forex. So we have the S&P 500 up here, SPX USD. We trade in the New York session. So if you're on TradingView, make sure you go down here to your time zones and your chart is set to UTC4. That is the New York time zone. We are looking for a setup in the New York session between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. That is our silver bullet window. That's our 1 hour window to look for a silver bullet setup. And almost every single day, if not every single day, you're going to get a setup. Now, granted, we don't trade news or anything like that because that's when the markets are just not really going to bear with you, and it's very high risk. So we are using the 1 minute for our optimal entry. That is basically what we're looking at mainly. 99% of the time, we're on the 1 minute. Now, sometimes the 1 minute won't give you the entry you're looking for, so you can go on the 5. And a lot of times you'll find the same exact setup on the 5 minute. The 5 minute is kind of like the higher time frame for the silver bullet method for the 1 minute. So let's go back here to our time zone, our time frame. What is the silver bullet method? How do I do it? How do I pass my account? Well, let's dig into it, right? So step 1, you're gonna wait until it's 10 a.m. That's when you're gonna start looking at the charts and start looking for an entry. All right. So what is step 1? You want to look for a market structure shift. Okay. So here is a market structure shift right here. It's basically breaking an area, right? So let's take our trend line and we can mark this up right here. Okay. That is going to be our market structure shift. Okay. So that's step number 1. You're basically looking for a break of an area. Step number 2, you want to look for a fair value gap. Now, what is a fair value gap? A fair value gap is a price imbalance between 3 candles. So if you take a look here, we have candle number 1, candle number 2, and candle number 3. Now, if you look at this first candle wick, bottom wick, and the third candle top wick, they are not overlapping. It is an imbalance of price. There is a gap between this and that, right? So let's take our rectangle here, and we're going to mark up the fair value gap. between that wick and that wick. So that is our gap. So you have a market structure shift right here. Boom. A gap created between these three candles, right? So now what are you going to do? We are looking for sells. So now what are you going to do? You are going to look for price to come back up into this fair value gap. And inside of this fair value gap is where you're going to look for your entry, right? So price comes back up. And what do? You're going to hit your entry. So let's mark up our short here. Typically, you want to look for an entry 50% or so into the fair value gap. So there's about 50%, right? We are going to do a 5-point stop loss and a 5-point take profit. You are always looking for a minimum of 5 points, right? So let's take a look at what happened here. Price came back in. We entered within 50% of this fair value gap, right? Price started to come back down. It's retracing, and you had to hold in, what is that? 2 to 3 minutes of drawdown, which was only 2.5, 2.4 points in drawdown, which is not bad at all, right? You need to trust these trades. And then what did it do? It just completely smashed your take profit. And your entry was at 10:02, 2 minutes within the silver bullet fair value, within this silver bullet time frame, right? And you were out of this trade at 10:15. So that is a 13-minute trade. That's all you need. You don't need to hold a long trade on this 1 hour, 30-minute holding support resistance, trading all crazy. This is what you need right here. 5 points. Now, you can always, for a little bit more experienced traders, you can always, when it gets down to 5 points, you don't have to have your take profit set. You can have your take profit set at 10 points. And when the trade comes down to 5 points, you can move your stops to break even and look for those 10 points, right? So 10 points right here. There you go. There's your 10. It never came back up even close to your entry, but you managed your risk and you were break even looking for 10. So 5 is always the minimum that you want to look for, right? And you don't have to be greedy. You don't always have to look for 10. I recommend you start by looking for 5 points. And then when you start getting a little bit more comfortable, looking for 10 points. And that right there is your silver bullet setup. And it happens every single day, Monday through Friday. Like I said, you don't want to trade this during the news hours or anything like that. But this is what I do every single morning between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Now, there is also a PM session that happens as well. That is going to be between, so I am, let's see, I am on the West Coast. So the PM session is between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. my time. So we are looking for the PM session between 1 and 3 New York time. Now, I personally like to trade the AM better, but if you don't have is set up in the AM. You can always look for the PM session. We can dive into that later for another video. I just kind of wanted to explain in a brief video of what the silver bullet is and what it looks like, and your time zones, what it is. Here you go, man or woman, folks. This is what you need. If you have a challenge account and you're looking to pass your challenge accounts, ICT explains how this is it. This is your past account. This isn't anything I made up. This is all ICT. You can always, like he says, you don't have to believe me. Go try it for yourselves. You'll see it you'll see it happen by trying it. So this is the ICT silver bullet. Now, I've been trading this for quite a few months now since he basically dropped it. I am also offering a $49 lifetime membership to our Discord. If you want to dive more deep into this and get more of a hands-on and talk to other traders about this, and we do live trades in the morning, that's something that you can do as well. Now, if you're looking for like a get rich quick kind of thing, this isn't what we're trying to do. This is a community where we are all trying to master this and look for the same setups and just master our trading journey. So link is in the bio if you're interested in joining this Discord for the silver bullet. And if you have any questions or want to learn more about a specific thing, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.